All right, it's 1 in the morning. You guys have seen the Payday video. I see the like to dislike ratio. I see your guys' comments. I think we just have an open and honest talk about the Payday video itself, the timing of that video, sponsorships on the channel, and the commentary that is kind of surrounding it. I had a video kind of half-assed put together. I was going to edit the rest in the morning. It's like 1 in the morning. I'm laying in bed. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. So firstly, this video isn't going to be an apology. It's not going to be a woe is me. I'm not going to give excuses. I'm just going to talk about some of the criticism that has been levied against me in the video that I put out yesterday. If you guys haven't seen it, it is a sponsored Payday 3 video. Basically, if you guys don't know what happened, last month I was flown out to New York to meet up with a bunch of different content creators, a bunch of guys that you might actually watch, and we got together and we played Payday 3. The footage that we recorded at the event got corrupted on my way home, and I wasn't able to recover any of that footage. So earlier this week, when the game went into like its little early access phase, the developers reached out. They sent me 4 keys that I gave to my friends. We played the game. I had the video done. The video was submitted to my manager for approval on the 18th, and it was subsequently approved and ready to go on the 20th. And I know there's some people out there that don't believe me. Here's the email that basically approves it, tells me what I have to put in like the description and the top pinned comment. It's pretty standard stuff when you get these emails, and you can see the date is September 20th. But here's the thing. I had other sponsored videos scheduled to go out this week, which is why that video didn't go out on the 20th. It in fact went out on the 22nd, 2 days into one of the most disastrous launches of a AAA or like a AA game that I think we've seen in quite a long time. Basically, if you guys don't know, Payday 3's launch has been a fucking disaster. The fact that you have to be always online to play this game and their servers have just been completely shitting the bed. Now, the timing this week has been fucking disastrous on this channel as well. The last 4 videos on this channel have all been sponsored content. Do I like that? No. It's why a few days ago, when I realized everything was just hitting all at once, I put out a post on the community tab basically apologizing, saying it's an anomaly. It doesn't usually happen. I think I've been pretty balanced on the sponsored content on this channel. I know a lot of you guys don't like it. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Just focusing on Payday 3, the video was approved to go out on the 20th. It didn't go out until into this launch, which a lot of people are very pissed off about the launch. And I'm not even going to beat around the bush. Rightfully fucking so. This week has been a scheduling fucking nightmare for me on top of personal issues that came up. It's the reason, if you guys follow me on stream, you guys know I wasn't able to stream on the 20th. I had a personal issue come up, and I've been dealing with that for the last couple of days. On top of the fact, I am knee deep in editing the devlog for Transients, which is set to go out next week. I haven't been looking at Payday. I'll be honest, I haven't been really doing much outside of being at my PC and editing. Is that an excuse? Absolutely not. I'm just giving you guys my perspective on this entire fucking week. I only saw 2 things on Payday 3. I saw a little bit of discourse on Twitter about some server issues at launch, and then I saw that IGN actually gave the game a 7 out of 10. That is fucking it. I had no idea that the server issues ran this fucking deep. I had no idea that by the time I put my video out, that the game was just completely shitting the bed for basically 95% of people. So on the topic of putting the Payday 3 video out, completely fucking tone deaf. I'm owning that. That is on me. It's a symptom of me just being knee deep in work and not actually looking at the situation before a video went out. I had some people say that it's a bad look that it went out, and I completely agree. I'm not going to give you guys excuses. I'm just going to fucking own it. That's on me. I'll take that one on the chin. That being said, I don't actually feel bad about the sponsorship itself. I think when it comes to Payday 3, when you can get into a game and you can actually experience it the way that we experienced it, we actually had a lot of fun. And it's one of those things where I know that me putting the video out has broken a lot of trust with you guys. You can believe me when it comes to that. You cannot. I'm not here to sway your opinion. I'm not here to debate with you. You either like the game or you don't. I had a lot of fun, and we actually have a lot more footage recorded from that play session. We played about 4 hours, and we had a lot of fun. Granted, I'm playing with my friends. We're fucking around, and we're just having a good time. I saw a few comments on under my video where they're bringing up all of the things that like Payday 2 had that Payday 3 doesn't. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not the biggest Payday guy. I like the games, but I'm not fanatical about them. I wouldn't even say I'm a huge fan of the Payday games. A lot of the content creators that got flown out to this event were actually surprised that they got chosen for this, myself included, but we realized that what they were trying to do was tap into the tactical shooter crowd or the FPS crowd on YouTube that was outside of the Payday community. One of the first videos on this channel way back in like 2012 was me playing Payday, the original one, with one of the guys in the video that I put out the other day. I would say that I am like a super casual fan of Payday. The first one I haven't touched since 2013. I have like 6 hours in the game. The second one I have about 5 hours in the game. So if you guys were looking for like a compare and contrast to Payday 2 versus Payday 3, I just don't think I'm the guy to give it to you. Payday 3, we jumped in, we had some fun, and that was that. But regardless, the big issue is the fact that if you put your money up for the game, you actually can't fucking play it. Now, I do take a little bit of solace in some of the comments that I do see where people say like, hey, I have been able to play a couple of games and it is fun, but these server issues are just a huge fucking problem. And I completely fucking agree. Don't think that me putting out a video that was already like pre-approved and scheduled and ready to go is me dismissing or not mentioning or not doing any of those things. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't know it was as bad as it was until my video went out, and then I started to read your guys' discourse around it, started looking more into it, and holy fucking shit. But regardless, I'm not making excuses. It's just on me. I fucked up. I do want to take some time to talk about sponsorships on this channel because from my perspective, it does get a little tough sometimes when I put out a sponsored video. And I'll be honest, every time I do it, I'm met with just tons of criticism. I get called the typical shit, the shill, the sellout, all of that stuff. Just recently, just in the last week, I put out a video on 0 Hour and I put out a video on Shatterline. Both are two games that I supported super heavy during their launches. I put people onto the game. I covered them and praised them so much that both dev teams put in-game items, Big Fry logo, in the game for me because they appreciated the coverage. I did all of that stuff for free, wasn't sponsored back then at the launch of Shatterline or 0 Hour. But now that I happen to get sponsored by these companies, I get met with the criticism of like, hey, these games are shit. These games are dead. Why are you shilling dead games? All of this fucking bullshit that it is just clearly coming from a minority vocal crowd in my community that just hates when I get sponsorships. And I'll be honest, this dates way back to like 2017 when I first started getting sponsorships for shit like Ridge Wallet. I got called a sellout back then. I get called a sellout now. Even when it's games that you guys can clearly look at my fucking library of videos and see that I've covered and supported in the past, but now that I get paid, it's like I've completely shifted my ways. And I'll be honest, man, I have dealt with that for years. It does not matter if it is a game that I have supported in the past or if it's a new game like Synced this week. I'm called a sellout. Hell, there's sometimes where I'll praise a video, not even a sponsored video, and I get called a sellout or people ask how much I got paid for it. It's YouTube comment fucking bullshit. It happens every time I put a sponsored video out. But then when it came to the Payday video, a lot of the comments that were rolling in at the very beginning were the sellout, the shill, the basic stuff that I'm essentially just numb to at this point. If you guys know me, I respond to those comments in jest. I basically tell you to go fuck yourself. Like if you don't like it, fuck off, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just numb to that side of my community. I know that they exist and I know that those people hate when I make money in any capacity. It doesn't matter what the game is, they're out there and I see the same names and I saw some of those same names here. That being said, the Payday video is different because I'm seeing a lot of you guys express your concern and your just kind of general disdain for the fact that I dropped this video. And like I said, the Payday videos, I mean, we signed the contracts for them a month and a half ago. There's no fucking way I would have even been able to know that this shit was going to happen. That being said, I chalked this video up to just absolutely shit timing. Everybody has different opinions on games. I'm seeing that some people love the game when they play it. Some people are calling it mid. Some people are calling it trash. It kind of takes me back to a couple weeks ago when I was praising Starfield and I had people calling me a sellout and a shill for that, even though I just liked the fucking game. It's internet bullshit. But I'm now looking at the situation saying that the disdain you guys are sharing for me dropping this video is a little bit more than internet bullshit. And I'm actually starting to see that bleed into my core fan base, which is why I wanted to make this video instead of typing a million fucking times to give you guys my perspective and give you guys my outlook on what's been going on. Let's just make a video and fucking talk about it, so I don't have to reply to a million different comments saying the same shit. I get it. I know there are people out there who want me to just never do sponsored content ever. That's just not going to happen. I not only have to pay my bills living in Canada, kind of a pain in the ass right now, but I'm also funding the development of transients, which is fucking expensive. I thought the balancing act that I've been doing on this channel between not sponsored content and sponsored content has been actually pretty good outside of this last week where you guys pretty much got inundated with sponsored content. I know you guys don't like it. I don't like doing it, which is why I put the community post out. And I also reached out to my manager and I said, I never ever want to have this happen again. Guys, I like money just as much as the next person, but I don't like making money when it hurts you, because when it hurts you, it just hurts me, not monetarily, but like, guys, I have been grinding on this channel for 10 years. I genuinely care about what you guys think of not me, but the content that I make. And so when I feel like this has gone from that vocal minority that just likes to troll and talk shit to my actual core fan base, we got to do something about it. So just to be completely transparent, the Payday contract has 2 videos in it. I have reached out to my manager and I have asked to push back the second video until these devs can get their shit together. I'm also going to try to be way more mindful about the timing of these things. And I know that this week is an anomaly. This is never going to happen again where there's this many sponsored videos lined up in a row. And I'm just going to try to do better to be mindful about the situations that are going on around the games that I'm covering. One thing I do also want to mention about how I'm going to be handling sponsored content in the future. If you guys have watched my recent sponsored content, I've been trying to get away from putting my opinions in the videos. It doesn't matter what I say when it comes to sponsored content. A lot of you guys are going to say, take it with a grain of salt. Oh, he's just lying and reading off a script for money, which isn't true. Or you guys just think I'm straight up bullshitting you when it comes to sponsored content. If you guys watched my synced video, which was a sponsored post the other day, all I said was the devs hit me up. I grabbed my girlfriend, jumped in the game. Here's the game. And we did 20 minutes of just raw gameplay. If you guys like it, click the link. If not, there you go. And I've been trying to move away from putting opinions in these videos because you guys don't give a fuck because you think I'm lying. Even though I know on the back end, I've turned down like just tens of thousands of dollars in sponsorships for stuff that I know either I don't jive with, you don't jive with, or a combination of the two. You guys don't have to believe me, but every single sponsored video that I've ever done on this channel, I stand behind every single thing that I have said. I don't cover or promote things that I'm truly or genuinely not happy with, having fun with, or think you guys might vibe with. Everything that I do is curated, sent to me. I choose whether or not I take these deals or not. And again, I'm not here to sway you. It just is what it is. So just to wrap this shit up, I apologize for the week of loaded sponsored content. It'll never happen again. And I apologize for being a little bit tone deaf and not having my ear to the ground when it came to this Payday 3 launch. I've just been balancing a lot of fucking things and I fucked up. Take that as you will. Accept it. Don't accept it. It is what it is. This is just my perspective. And I hope if you guys did want a little bit of insight as to why I did it, there you go. As always, my name is Big Fry. I'll see you on the next one.